Beautiful. Or did I say it before?
Yes, and you can say it again. It really is, Howard. What do you think, Reggie?
I like it, I think. It's a pity to waste it on a birthday party.
Your birthday, Miss Cromwell?
No, my fiancé's.
Oh, yes, of course. And how is Mr. Van Steele?
Very well.
According to the last bulletin.
What am I to give him for a present?
What hasn't he got?
Might I suggest one of those silver cocktail sets?
He doesn't drink.
Oh. Well, what about a pipe?
He doesn't smoke.
Oh. How about a set of diamond studs?
Doesn't dress much.
Well. What does he do, Miss Cromwell?
Nothing. With millions to do it with, he does rather well.
He reads a lot.
That is my idea of nothing.
After all, he is the mechanical genius.
Mechanical is the word for it. Only the works have run down.
Mechanical. That's a hint.
Good morning, Haynes.
Good morning, Mr. Van Steele. Happy birthday, sir.
Birthday? Well, many happy returns, Haynes.
I beg pardon, sir. It's your birthday, sir.
What? Well, so it is.
A present from Miss Cromwell, sir.
Oh? Probably some ghastly pajamas.
No, sir. It isn't pajamas, sir. It rattles.
So it does. Puzzles. Well, how very interesting.
Yes, sir.
Elementary, my dear Haynes. Elementary.
Quite, sir.
Hmm.
Good morning, sir.
Morning. Oh, good morning, Uncle
Good
Ben.
morning, Tommy.
Good morning, Miss Van Steele. Why the early morning intrusion?
Only you won't come down to the plant, and things are going on.
Anything unusual?
Yes, the detail on your new type diesel engine is ready.
Well, the naval mosquito boats, you know, Mr. Van Steele. Let's go ahead and build them. What's wrong now? Oh, nothing I trust, sir. Of course, we really should build a model. It's very difficult on paper. Oh, here, I'm afraid this won't do, Morton. You see, my whole theory in this design...
No, the theory won't work, Tommy.
Certainly it will. Look here, Morton. Well, what's wrong, sir? Here's your trouble in the placement of that bypass valve. It'll drain off the excess oil much more efficiently at this point than at point M where you have it. Why, of course. Well, you're right, Mr. Van Steele. Ain't I? It's marvelous. Anything else, sir? No. No, the rest looks all right. That'll fix it. I'll have it changed at once, sir. Now, where was I?
So the aging quiz kid still doesn't believe we ought to build models.
Models are child's play. A waste of time and money. Ha!
Speaking of waste, do you know what I paid out for your books last month?
No, but I trust there were sufficient funds in my account.
That's the trouble with you. The money has always been there. In fact, everything has always been right where you want it. You had to earn a living with your bare hands.
Well, I don't, Uncle Ben. I earn my living with my brain. Much more interesting and productive.
Look, Tommy, you're the head of the Van Steele Motor Works.
Any complaints?
No, but you insist on running it from this house. You never go near the plant.
Certainly not. I've reversed the old adage. I think an ounce of theory is worth a ton of practice.
That's the trouble. You evolve theories and you let other people work them out for you. You do the same thing with life. You realize that I've never had to get you out of a jam. At least your father had some fun with the family fortune. You've never even met a chorus girl.
No, I don't believe I have.
It's like this, my boy. You asked to be taken off the reserve list. In a month's time, you join the Navy.
Well, yes, I'm looking forward to it.
You really think you're fit to be an officer in Uncle Sam's Navy?
Well, I have a theory about that.
Oh,
Mr. Ben.
Buttercup, they don't want theory in this man's Navy. They want men.
I don't get what you're driving at. Morning, Mike.
Can't you see those sailors when they get a load of you? Oh, boy. Will that be a picnic?
You mean they'll consider me a figure of fun?
Well, aren't you?
Well, maybe you're right. What do you suggest doing about it?
Why, get out and have some fun for once in your well-arranged life.
Oh, nonsense.
Meet some people. Real people. Get down to earth. My boy, you've got to get the, common touch.
The common touch?
Yes. If you want to be an officer and a leader of men, you've got to know something about them. You should at least know how a normal man acts.
You don't think I'm normal?
No, I don't. You ever been in love? Did you ever think of marriage?
Well, I'm engaged.
Yes, but you didn't think of that. She did.
You ready, Mike?
Yes. Let him have one. Right in the kisser.
Not me, brother. Jobs like this don't come along every day.
Oh, yeah. I'll guarantee you a job.
Okay, you're responsible.
Oh, Haynes?
Yes, sir. Okay, sir. Time.
Say, Uncle Ben, I know...
Now, do you get the idea?
Vaguely, Uncle Ben.
Say, Tommy, I got some tickets for the fight tonight. You want to go?
He can't possibly do that, sir. He has to attend the party.
What party?
Your birthday party, sir.
Is that what you mean, Uncle Ben? The common touch?
Happy birthday, Tommy! Oh, come on, Tommy. Have a drink. Drink to your own health.
Here, Tommy, take a sip. It's good for snake bites.
Well, where are the snakes?
They come with the drink. Try it, darling, just this once.
Well... Hey, you're supposed to sip it. I prefer to get it down as quickly as possible.
Famous last words.
Say, Tommy, do you mind if I dance this one with Ellen? No, not at all. Go ahead, darling.
Better not have any more, Tommy. You're not used to it, you know. Mama knows best, doesn't she?
I say, I find that drink quite stimulating. What's it called?
It's a zombie.
Never heard of it.
You'll hear from it in a minute.
Tastes quite harmless. Well, here's to Uncle Ben.
Who's Uncle Ben?
Man that's been heckling me for years, calls me an amoeba.
What's an amoeba?
Microscopic rhizopod.
That clears it up beautifully.
Oh. An amoeba is the simplest form of animal life. That's why I resent the comparison.
So do I. You know, you're cute when you unbend.
Well, I seem to be unbending quite rapidly tonight, don't I?
Yes. Just don't fall apart.
Say, let's you and I try this dancing. Oh. How'd you get him to come here in the first place?
I'm going to be Mrs. Vansfield. It's high time I show my authority.
I think we'd better break it up, don't you?
Tommy, you're wonderful. You'll learn in no time.
I'm beginning to get Uncle Ben's point of view. me. Oh, hello.
Yoo-hoo! Tommy, please, get a hold of yourself.
Get a hold of myself tonight? Tonight I'm letting myself go.
Yoo-hoo! Tommy!
Little man. I would like another zombie.
Only one to a customer, sir.
Oh, but I want another one.
Tommy, are you coming back to the table with me?
No. No, I think I won't.
Tommy, come back to the table at once.
Nope, I think I won't.
Yoo-hoo!
That's telling it, fella.
I really told her, didn't I? Well, it's about time. I'm no amoeba. Sir, permit me to buy you a zombie.
No, thanks.
Oh, but I insist.
Get away from me, will you? You're bothering me.
Hello, Duke.
Oh, hello, Tony. How are you?
Oh, Tony.
Friend of yours? No, he wants to buy me a drink. Have one on the house, mister.
Your bartender refused my patronage. I shall do my drinking elsewhere.
You'll never get there.
I accept that challenge.
Duke, I haven't got a job for you right now. I'm running this place legitimate. But if you want to take something out of town...
I'll take anything, Tony.
A friend of mine is getting into a little opposition over in Middleton. He wants somebody to straighten it out for him.
Yeah? What's his name?
Leo Bronson. You'll find him at the Satin Slipper.
Bronson, eh?
That's right. Just tell him I sent you. I'll let him know you're on your way.
Thanks, Tony. I'll drop down and see him tomorrow. I've got a little personal matter to attend to first.
Good luck, kid.
So long, Tony. You'll be hearing from me.
Thank you.
If you want to make something of that, see my lawyer.
I'll sue you.
Go ahead. I hope you get $50,000 from Uncle Ben. Hiya, my friend. Hey, let's go places.
Ease off, Stu.
Hey.
A hot spot.
What's the hot spot? Just a joint for us common people.
Common people. That's for me. Let's go. How do you do?
Hello, big boy.
Would you care to get mixed up with me?
Well, just how do you mean that?
Well, my Uncle Ben says I ought to know a chorus girl.
Oh, I don't get it.
Oh, he says I'm an amoeba.
Is that bad?
Oh, that's terrible.
You look healthy.
That's the trouble with me. I'm too healthy.
Cheer up, brother. You won't be in the morning.
Say, would you come back and dance with me?
Sure.
Oh, good. We'll go to the Swan Club and create a scandal.
Well, wait, I'll take off my costume.
Oh, that ought to land us in jail. Waiter! Have you got a telephone? There's one out in the hall there. Oh, well, bring it in here, please. Sure. I'll tear it right off the wall for you. What do you think this is, the Ritz?
Gee, you're cute.
Oh, thank you, madam. Thank you very much. Uncle Ben? Oh, Uncle Ben. Guess what? I am in an establishment called the Hot Spot. And I told Ellen off, and I am now in the process of getting myself deeply involved with a chorus girl.
Well, you certainly are going places.
You said it, Nunky. This common touch, I love it. You see, I'm determined to take you at your word. Tomorrow morning, I'm going to get up and go to work.
Yes, well, I doubt if you'll be able to get up tomorrow. But don't let that worry you. You can start the next day. Perhaps.
Well, listen here, Unky. You note this very carefully. Before you see me again, I will have gotten a job on my own, all by myself. Oh, pardon me. Can you tell me...
Think this mug got the general idea?
We will never know, Lippy.
You mean we bump him, too?
What else can we do?
You want no blast at the Duke, Mr. Lever. The cops know you and him quit trading Valentines.
Shut up. We've got to get him out of here, quick.
They find the Duke, they're going to ask you a lot of questions.
Wait a minute. Maybe we can use this drunk for an out.
Yeah, how?
Well, suppose the cops find this guy dead with Duke's clothes on.
All they know it's Duke's clothes.
That's a prison release suit he's got on, isn't it?
I get it. So the bulls go looking for Duke to get the answers, huh?
Yeah, they'll never find him because he's in the bottom of the East River. So they figure the Duke took it on the land, see? Come on.
Too bad we got to bump this poor stiff. He ain't done nothing.
Well, don't look at it that way, Clarence. We got to take a professional attitude.
Yeah, I guess so.
Turn off on that side road up ahead, Clarence.
How do you do?
Hi, young fella.
How do you do?
You look kind of peaked, Bud. You feel all right?
I've had a terrible experience.
Me, too. I just tried to get a new inner tube.
Could you tell me exactly where I am?
Yeah, you're about 10 miles from Middleton.
Approximately how far from New York?
Oh, about 25 miles. How'd you get here?
I don't know. I've been robbed, and apparently my clothes were stolen, too.
Somebody rolled you, huh?
Look, if you'd trust me for a phone call to New York City, I'd greatly appreciate it.
Are you kidding?
I'm Tommy Van Steele.
Any connection with the Van Steele Motor Company?
I own it.
Well, why didn't you say so? Go ahead. Help yourself.
Thank you very much.
Ah.
Long distance, please.
Hello? Yes? Well, I've been expecting to hear from you.
Uncle Ben, I want you to send Haynes with the car immediately. I haven't any money, and I've lost my clothes and my head feels terrible.
Yeah, all right, yes. I'll send a car for you at once. Yes, I guess you've had enough.
Thank you, Uncle Ben. I do feel pretty bad.
Maybe you don't remember, but last night you emphatically informed me that you intended paddling your own canoe. Yes, but I knew you were talking through your hat.
But Uncle Ben, you don't seem to understand. I've been robbed. I couldn't even have called you if a man here hadn't trusted me.
Why did he? Because you told him you were the Tommy Van Steele. You were the guy who was going to ask no favors from me or anyone else. You were going to get a job, you remember?
Oh, yes, I do remember now. I can almost hear myself saying that. All right, you can forget about Haynes in the car. If that's the way you want it, from now on, I'm on my own. The Tommy Van Steele, as you put it, doesn't even exist until I go into the Navy. I can get along without you and all the Van Steele money. Goodbye. Did you have an accident?
No. It's a new way of scrambling eggs.
Was a rather silly question, wasn't it?
Yeah. Now ask me the $64 one.
Isn't that rather strenuous work for a young lady?
I can think of more pleasant work.
Well, could I help?
Could, but I doubt whether you can.
I'd like to try.
Okay, but you may get into trouble.
Why?
Oh, the gorillas who did this scare off every helper Footsie ever hires.
Gorillas? You mean to say this was deliberately done?
Now you're getting it.
But surely one can obtain adequate protection against such unsportsmanlike conduct.
Ever hear of graft and payoff?
You mean corruption among officials?
Would it surprise you to know that such conditions exist in this day and age?
Well, I never thought much about it.
This is wonderful. Here comes Footsie. I want him to get a load of you.
You all right, sis?
I'm okay, Footsie, but look.
Oh, those backstabbing, yellow-livered buzzards. Even pick on a girl, huh?
Yeah, he says it's unsportsmanlike.
Who's he?
I'm Tommy Van...
Who cares? Give me a lift, will you?
Give you a lift?
Footsie means for you to assist him in placing what's left of the eggs on this truck.
Oh, yes, of course. Sorry.
Oh.
I never dreamed that a plain ham sandwich could be so palatable.
What's the matter with it?
He likes it, stupid.
Oh.
What do you do for a living?
Perhaps I live by my wits.
Yeah, maybe that's why you're half-starved.
Would you be interested in giving me employment?
Would you be interested in an honest job?
I'd like to try.
What do you think, Footsie?
I ain't supposed to think. We better show him to Grandma.
That's jumpy, ain't he?
Well, yes, me, Grandma.
I'm not asking you. I'm aiming to ask him.
Yes?
I reckon Footsie's told you that 4 of his helpers have quit him this last month.
Yes, what seems to be the trouble?
Trouble's a man named Bronson. He's trying to run us out of the trucking business.
Leo Bronson?
Yes. Are you still interested?
Oh, yes, indeed. You see, I need the position badly.
All right. Footsie will give you $18 and board to start with.
For a day? For God's sake. You see, Grandma, he ain't got no idea what it's all about.
Well, it's time he learned, then. That figure was for 6 days, young man, 1 week. Now, you can take it or leave it.
Well, I'll take it.
You come down quick enough. Maybe you will learn. Peggy, show him up to his room, and don't lag, because it's getting late.
Your bunk is over the garage, Mr. Van Afterveld. Do you mind terribly?
Not at all.
Come on, then. I'll show you.
How do you like that dope? $18 a day.
Well, from the way he big-eyed Peggy, you'd have taken 18 cents just as quick.
Well, this is it.
It's very charming.
I hope you'll be happy here.
I'm sure I will be.
Footsie could sure use a good helper.
Well, I hope I'll prove capable. Oh, here, let me help you with that.
Oh, I can manage all right.
No. No, I had no idea what was underneath all that grease.
You're improving. That's the first normal reaction you've shown.
Why did you call me Mr. Van Asterveld?
Because you talk like Park Avenue. Hey, where did you get all those tongue twisters you toss around anyhow?
Oh, I don't know.
Is there anything you're absolutely sure about?
Well, maybe one thing.
Don't tell me.
Perhaps I shouldn't tell you.
Why?
Because it concerns you.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Peggy?
Coming, Grandma.
Oh. There.
Tell me some other time.
For somebody?
Why, yes. Is Mr. Bronson in?
What's the name?
Wellington.
Oh, the Duke. He's expecting you, Duke. He's in his office right around to the bar. Trouble with that dumb cluck Footsie. He don't know when he's licked. Come in.
Who are you? I'm Wellington.
Oh, hello, Duke. Hello. Come on in. Glad to see you. What kept you?
I had a little personal matter to attend to.
Well, meaning you paid Johnny Lieber a visit?
Yeah, with Lieber.
You ain't hot, are you?
No, I'm fairly comfortable, thank you.
He's a card, ain't he? Oh, sit down, Duke. I'll give you the lowdown.
Thank you.
Now, here's the dope. A guy named Footsie Fogarty has given us a little trouble. Put his trucks out of commission a dozen times, but he bounces right back.
I see.
Now, we want you to fix it so he don't bounce anymore.
You mean I'm to dispose of Mr. Fogarty?
That's a nice way of putting it. I'm gonna leave this to you, Duke. Handle it your own way. Right?
Right.
Now, you better not be seen around here too much, huh?
Rest assured I won't be.
Okay. Good luck.
Thank you.
Smooth character, ain't he?
I don't know, boss. I never seen nothing like him in our racket. If he's so smart,
What was he doing in the clink? Johnny Lieber crossed him up, but plenty.
Well, that's our third trip. How do you feel now?
Excellent. Amazing how physical exertion can produce a state of mental exaltation, isn't it?
Yeah, ain't it?
You know, Footsie, we ought to apply the theory of the fulcrum to loading this truck.
Oh, skip it. I don't get the drift.
Am I doing all right, Footsie?
Not bad. But you get a real workout at our next stop. The Middleton Importing Company's our best customer.
Hey, what's going on around here?
we just thought we'd take over while you were leaving off.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What's the idea?
I'm sorry, Footsy, but it's how things go.
When he kicks about how I done the job?
No, but in business there are always other considerations.
Yeah, like maybe Bronson putting a finger on you, huh?
Now, we don't want any trouble, Footsy.
Yeah, you want what you'll never have, about 6 inches of backbone.
Ain't he kind of small for you?
That's why he's still standing.
Perhaps I should have.
You done all right.
Yeah, but I didn't do anything.
Sometimes a guy shouldn't do nothing. But me, I always go out slamming with my hands. It's like Grandma says, that's where my brains are.
You gonna sit around the house all day?
Well, there ain't nothing else to do.
Well, I guess you needed a free day to bathe all over and shave. As for you, you look kind of frowsy. Go out and get yourself a new suit. Here's $1.
New suit for $1?
Yeah, $1 down, $1 every week. Now get out and take Peggy with you.
Oh, I'd be delighted.
He'd be delighted.
He didn't ask me, Grandma.
I assure you it would be a great pleasure.
Don't he talk nice? Do as you're told. I want to talk with your brother.
Okay.
Where are you going?
Oh, she never puts enough meat in these sandwiches.
Oh, man.
Well, how do I look?
You look like a millionaire.
That's the last thing in the world I want to look like.
Why?
Peggy, supposing I were a millionaire.
Suppose the moon were made of green cheese.
Well, how do you know it isn't? No, but really, supposing that, well, you were, say, fond of me, and then you discovered that I was a millionaire, what would you think?
I'd be very sorry, but it wouldn't make any difference if I were fond of you.
Well, aren't you?
A little. A very little.
What are you trying to do? Can't you see where you're going? Get that buff off there, Charlie.
Say, how many trucks does your company keep for the boys to play with?
If it's any of your business, this is our fleet.
People's Outfitting Company.
Hey, wait a minute. I'm the girl you went shopping with, remember?
I'm involved with a rather interesting idea.
I don't get it.
It's possible to make money out of seeing things happen, but it's necessary to be alert.
Oh, I see. Thanks for clearing the matter up.
That's quite all right. Hello, People's Outfitting Company? I want to inform you that one of your trucks has just collided with another. Yes, the front end is completely smashed in. Call Footsy. Tell him to bring a truck. No, I'm afraid it'll be impossible for it to complete its deliveries. Ah, not so much of a mess as you might think, sir. Now, I have a truck. Yes, it can be here in 3 minutes. We can transfer the load and complete your delivery. Yes, of course. We can take your man with us. Thank you very much. You get him?
He's on his way.
Good. I better get back over there.
Tommy. Good luck, and don't get your new suit dirty.
I'll see you tonight. Hi.
Hi.
What are you doing?
Whipping cream.
Uh-huh.
How did it go today?
Oh, fine. I'm awful tired, though. You know, I'm not used to this. I like it, though.
Well, you've been working pretty hard. Tommy, look at the rip in your new suit.
Yeah, I know it.
I can fix that.
You can fix it?
Of course.
You know, you continue to amaze me.
Why?
Oh, all of you, I mean. You, Grandma, Footsy. You do things for yourselves. You meet your own problems. I never met people like that before. Do you realize this is the first time I've ever sat on the front porch of a spring evening?
People generally sit on front porches after dinner.
Oh. No. Yes. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Look at them. You'd think she'd never been kissed before.
Grandma.
All right, all right. Me and Footsie have to have our little joke. Young man, I want to tell you that what you did today made us all very happy. Sit down, sit down. Tommy, I think you'd amount to something in this business.
Thank you. I want to study it. I'm sure there must be more to it than just driving a truck. I'm ashamed of being so ignorant.
Footsie ain't. Go right ahead.
Your grandson has a right to work, and I have a right to work for him. It's a constitutional matter. It's wrong for anyone to prevent us from earning a living, and I resent it.
He kills me. Get to the point, Grandma. Tell him about the finagling.
Now, I'll handle this. Now, Footsie here has plenty of muscle, but he can't finagle. You proved today that you could finagle a little, and that's just what we need.
Finagle?
He can do it, but he don't know what it is. Finagle is using your brains as well as your hands. A man ain't a monkey anymore because he's learned how to finagle.
Oh, I see.
Now, I want to make a proposition to you, Tommy. I think Footsie here needs a partner who can finagle. And I think you should be that finagler.
Partner?
That's what I said.
Well, I'd be delighted, of course.
All right, then. That's settled.
I hardly know what to say.
For the first time.
Come on, Footsie. Give me a hand with this roast. Come on.
Oh, yeah.
Fogarty and Van. We move anything. It sounds wonderful.
It is wonderful.
You wait here. I'm going to talk to the hotel manager.
Okay, be mysterious. Don't tell me.
I'll tell you if it works out.
Herman, I'm expecting a Mr. Bronson. Send him in when he comes.
All right, Mr. Judkins.
Mr. Judkins? Huh?
I understand you're moving your establishment to a new location.
Well, who are you?
Now, Mr. Judkins, I can move the entire contents of this hotel in a single night.
Well, who do you reckon?
Ordinarily, it would take a week, wouldn't it? Saving 6 days out of 7 would mean a great deal to you financially.
Well, do you mind telling me?
And may I point out the publicity value of this thing? Mr. Judkins, you serve dinner in your old hotel and breakfast the very next morning in your new. That's advertising,
I
sir.
see, but
Now, Mr. Judkins, I understand that Mr. Bronson is also bidding on this job. But has he offered you anything like this?
Well,
No,
he's
of course he hasn't. Now, Mr. Judkins, if you'll let me quote you a few figures.
Good morning, Mr. Bronson.
Hi.
What are you doing around here?
I was looking for you.
Now, look, Duke, I want some action, and I want it fast.
You told me to handle this my own way, didn't you?
Yeah, moving it on foot to the case, the job was swell. But you've been stalling long enough.
Now, relax. I know what I'm doing.
Oh, I get it. You ain't satisfied just to knock off Footsie. You want to grab his business, too? Okay, Duke, do it your way. You're pretty smart. Drop in anytime.
There was a young lady waiting for me.
Oh, I think she left.
Oh. Well, I'm Tommy Van. If she comes back, will you tell her I had to go to New York and I'll be back late tonight?
Yes.
Hello.
Why, it's Mr. Tom.
Good afternoon, Haynes. My uncle arrived yet?
Yes, sir, he's in the den. I'm awfully glad you're back, sir.
Thank you, Haynes. Glad to be back. Hi, Uncle Ben.
Well, hello, Tommy. Sit down, give an account of yourself. Where have you been?
I'll give you the details later. Right now, I've got plenty to do and very little time to do it.
You're looking well.
I feel fine, thanks. Now, let's get down to case.
Well, what happened to you?
Plenty.
Well, will you quit walking around the room and sit down and relax?
Walking relaxes me. Uncle Ben, I need 8 trucks.
Trucks?
The firm of Fogarty and Van want to hire 8 trucks from the Van Steel Motor Works.
Fogarty and Van, who are they?
Well, Fogarty's my partner. I'm Van. We move anything. Well, do I get the trucks?
Oh, you know you can have them.
Good.
So you actually went to work.
Now, I want it understood that we rent the trucks. We'll pay cash as soon as we get paid for our job.
Oh, you're president of both companies. You handle the details to suit yourself. Oh, by the way, Ellen sent this to you.
Oh? Now, Uncle Ben, I need some legal advice. Our firm is being harassed by a racketeer named Bronson.
Racketeer? You? Well, say, that's all right. How'd you ever get mixed up with him?
Well, it seems that the night I was in the hot spot, there was a murder.
Hot Spot. That's the place you telephoned me from, wasn't it?
Hmm.
I thought that name was familiar. Here, take a look at this.
Well. Good description, too. Gives you a funny feeling to be hunted by the police. Uncle Ben, you've always wanted to get me out of a jam. Here's your chance.
All right, let's start at the beginning. I want to know everything that happened to you from the time you walked into the place.
Well, folks, I've got great news. The firm of Fogarty and Van...
Are you sure you don't mean Wellington and Bronson?
I don't understand.
Well, step outside, maybe I can knock it into your head.
Footsie, sit down.
All the cheap, rotten tricks.
Wait a minute.
That's just about as long as you want to wait, son. Peggy here saw you with that Bronson. She heard what was said.
Oh.
Now, Grandma?
Tommy, drop the floor.
I'd like to put him on it.
Well, I realize it looks bad, but I'll try to explain.
Tommy, before you get all tangled up talking, I think we ought to tell you about this. I found it in your room.
Hmm. I'm not James Wellington. I'm Tommy Van Steel.
Van Steel?
But when I met you on the road, you didn't have any money.
Yeah, this Van Steel guy's a millionaire.
Well, Tommy?
The night before I met you, I had an accident. And when I came to, I was dressed in Wellington's clothes and I couldn't remember a thing.
You mean you had amnesia?
Yes, that's it.
Was it catching?
I went to see Bronson because his name was on this parole paper. When I got there, I found out that Wellington had been hired to take care of Footsie.
So you moved right in.
Now, if you'll just listen, Peggy.
Maybe they will, but I don't have to.
Footsie, you'll listen. You've got to listen. We've got the contract to move the Leonard Hotel in one night.
One night?
Yes.
With one truck, we move a hotel in one night. I suppose I carry the stuff on my back, huh?
We've got the trucks. 8 of them from the Van Steel plant.
But Bronson got that hotel job.
No, he didn't. We got it. Grandma, if you'll just trust me to work this thing out.
Now, you go out there and tell Peggy just what you've told us.
Thank you, Grandma. You suppose he's really got them trucks?
Of course he has.
Oh, boy. With 8 trucks, I could move Brooklyn to Chicago. Bridge and all.
Peggy. Peggy, can I help it if I'm a millionaire?
Must have been great fun kidding Grandma and Footsie and me.
Oh, but I wasn't kidding you, Peggy. Oh, I've got it so complicated, and there's so little time to explain to you.
Don't bother. There's only one thing you can do, and that's go away and leave us alone.
Uh-oh. Here's my attorney. I've been expecting him. He'll back up every word I've said. You'll see.
Get in. Bronson wants to talk to you. Come on.
Hiya, Duke. I'd like to have a little talk with you.
Certainly. I was very glad to accept your invitation.
You're a smart guy, Duke.
Thanks. Glad you think so.
But don't you think you're a little too smart, moving in on this Leonard Hotel job?
No. No, you see, I figured that...
That's too bad. You should have left the figuring to me.
Now, I'd like to explain why I did just what I did.
Sure you would, but in the meantime, I got somebody here I'd like to have you meet.
Hello, Duke.
Oh, how do you do?
Looks like you don't remember me.
Oh, sure, Yes, of course. You're the man in the hot spot. You killed Wellington.
I thought he was Wellington.
Shut up.
Who are you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, you don't, huh?
Oh, what's the difference, Johnny? I got a lot of work to do. I got to stop that hotel deal. What do you want us to do with him?
The police picked up Lippy for the murder of Duke. He won't squeal, but, this mug might.
How did they get onto Lippy?
Somebody started a riot at the DA's office, and the private dicks have been trailing me all day.
Good old Uncle Ben.
Was that?
I was merely saying how very uncomfortable.
All right, boys.
Wait a minute. If it's a result of that little accident I had in the hot spot...
That's just it, son. You're going to have another little accident. All right, boys, take him away.
Hello, Mr. Bronson.
Hiya.
Sorry to break in on you like this. Just a routine visit, Bronson. Headquarters asked me to check and make sure you got rid of those slot machines.
Boy, you won't find a one in the whole building.
Okay. Do you mind if I stick around a bit?
Oh, go out and see the show. I got a new magician.
Oh, it's swell, thanks.
Anything you want's on the house.
Oh, thanks.
Get that guy back in here again. Is there a way of getting to the front door without going through the club?
This way. Gentlemen, and now, a few novelties using a pack of playing cards. Regular pack of 52 playing cards, I'll count them one at a time. Pardon me, some seems to be missing. Would you mind? I mean, I think you've been wholly out. Of course, there are always a few around the joint. Pay no attention to the jokes. They come in the instructions when you buy the tricks. And now I should like the assistance of some gentleman from the audience. Doesn't have to be a gentleman. Almost anybody will do. Would you... Oh, thank you very much, sir. Would you step right up here, please? Thanks a lot. Don't be nervous. Think how I feel. Excuse me. May I relieve you of this? You've all heard of the famous Hindu rope trick, which a rope is tossed in the air, after which a boy climbs hand over hand to the top of the rope, only to vanish. Slap of the magician's hands. This is not that trick. A regular pack of 52 a regular clothesline. I got this from my mother's backyard. Would you mind, sir, examining it for just a moment? Thank you. That's enough. Now that the rope has been thoroughly examined, we find the center, which should be down here about the middle. And then, with the aid of this pair of shears, I indulge in a bit of clipping. Thus. Now that, of course, gives us 1, 2, 3, 4 ends, 2 pieces of rope. Pardon me, sir. I don't think you quite got that. Maybe I'd better start all over again.
Okay, mister. This way.
You gonna show me a trick, too?
Yeah. And you'll find this one surefire. You get what I mean?
Yes, I think I do.
All right, get going.
Clever fellow, that magician.
Oh, yeah.
Reminds me of a trick my grandfather used to do, with a table napkin.
That's it.
You mind if I borrow that napkin? Evidently doesn't trust me. Are you leaving, officer?
Yeah, the show's over.
Mind if I go along with you?
No.
Not going already?
Yeah.
Say, there is something I'd like to talk over with you if you got the time.
I got all the time in the world.
Would you mind stepping in my office?
Sure.
I said I've got just as much right to sit in this car as you have. Say, what's the big idea?
You'd be surprised.
What's for me?
Not until you've taught me to Roomba.
Are you drunk?
No, I'm just friendly. Where's Phyllis?
I don't know. Some guy picked her up. They're dancing.
Oh, they are they? Mind if I cut in?
Jim, will you tell this guy off? He grabs me when I come back on the floor and makes me dance with him.
Oh, he did he?
And I never seen him before in my life, honest, Jim.
Now, look here.
Take a look at this one.
How do you do?
Well, of all the nerves.
I quite agree, miss. Excuse me.
Come to the back door.
He's in there. Good night, Joe. See you in the morning.
Good night. Joe, my name's Bill. Hey, you!
What happened? Plenty.
What about them trucks?
They'll be here, all right.
Tommy, what'd they do to you?
They took me to Bronson. I'm in hot water.
Well, let's call the police.
No, that's the last thing to do. Every policeman in the state's looking for me.
Well, what for?
For murder. Murder? Yes, of Wellington. And the fellow who actually did it, a man called Johnny Lieber's in town gunning for me.
Son, you're in a spot. Strikes me you need all the help we can give you.
No, Grandma, you don't understand. Bronson and Lieber will stop at nothing. There's liable to be shooting.
It sounds good to me. What do you want?
I'd like to speak to Mr. Van Steele.
He ain't here.
Hey, wait a minute. I've got some trucks.
Truck? It's okay, Footsie.
Oh, Mr. Van Steele, I've got your trucks outside.
Oh, wonderful.
I gotta see them drivers right away. Well, you've done your part. Now it's up to me.
Tommy, we're in.
Hey, Grandma, where are you going?
Well, where do you think? I wouldn't miss it for the world.
Oh, no, I'm afraid I'll have to insist on you staying here. Somebody's got to be here to meet Uncle Ben.
Uncle Ben?
Who's he?
Well, he's my uncle and my attorney. And when he comes, I want you to tell him exactly what I told you just now.
Is it about this Lieber fellow?
Yes, and send him right over at the hotel.
All right, get going.
Wish me luck.
So you're in love with him.
Uh-huh.
Well, let's take a look at this. He's a millionaire, all right.
But that's ridiculous.
Since when is being a millionaire ridiculous?
I wonder who the girl is.
Oh, She's some stuffed girdle, I reckon, who lives in those gay nightclubs.
Engaged.
Yep.
Well, men, that's that. And the worst of it is I was instructed to give you guys a nice fat bonus if you pulled it off. Now, ain't that too bad?
Ain't it?
Of course, me, Bronson, don't scare. So I guess I'll just have to go ahead and drive one of these things myself. Me and Mr. Van Steele and this man here. Well, that's all, men.
Can I cut in? Count me in. How about me, boss?
Well, under the circumstances, I can't do anything to stop you. So I guess I'll have to pay you that bonus, won't I?
And how?
All right, let's go. Start 'em rolling.
You gonna run a truck?
What do you think?
Wonder what Bronson's next move will be, Footsie.
Well, hold on, brother. You'll soon find out.
Yes, it's the place. Mr. Van Steele here. I'm his attorney.
Oh, you're Uncle Ben. Come in.
Well, where is Tommy?
Tommy's with the trucks. He wanted us to tell you the latest developments. He said you'd understand. Oh, this is my grandmother, Mrs. Fogarty. Grandma, this is Tommy's Uncle Ben.
Pleased to meet you, Uncle Ben.
How do you do?
Tommy wanted me to tell you that Johnny Lieber's here in Middleton.
Johnny Lieber. May I use your phone?
Of course.
Hello. Get me the police department.
Uncle Ben, we've got to look after Tommy. He's headed for a peck of trouble. I'm sick and tired of sitting around listening to a lot of gab.
Well, Bronson ain't disappointing us. Here we go.
Let's get out of here. Not me. I said, come on. This is just a stall. We're playing right into Bronson's hands. Come on. Okay, but I hate to leave this. It's midnight and they didn't show.
Well, the contract calls for them to start at midnight.
Okay, they broke it. Do we take over or not?
Well, I guess that's the best thing.
All set, Mr. Judkins. Trucks are on the way.
You're a little late. We're taking over.
This is my job, Judkins.
Yeah, but I got the trucks. Well, it's just he said. Hey, come on. Grab him out of here.
Why, you...
Herman, call the police.
Boy, have I been waiting for this.
Hold everything. Save your breath. Here's the man you're looking for. All right, hand him over.
Bronson, you're under arrest.
What do you got on me?
Plenty. You'll have a lot of time to read all the indictments in jail.
I'm holding you as a material witness in connection with the Wellington murder.
Mr. James,
Yeah.
We picked up Johnny Lieber at the Fenton Slipper.
That's Bronson's place.
Oh, harboring a criminal, huh? That's another one for the book. All right, boys, take him away.
Let's go!
Good work, Uncle Ben.
You're in the clear, Tommy. Johnny Lieber's right-hand man, Lippy, squealed.
Tommy! Grandma, where are you going?
Where do you think? Wipe that silly grin off your face and come on, get going.
What's the deadline?
Before 6 o'clock.
Come on, let's pitch.
What a night.
Well, you've done all right, considering.
Considering what?
Well, it's probably the first lick of work you've done in 20 years.
You ain't fooling.
I'll never forget you and Tommy juggling that grand piano. Sounded like a jam session.
How you getting along back there? You want another hamburger?
No, thanks. We're doing fine. Well, I'm practically a sailor. How do you feel about it?
About what?
About being the wife of a sailor.
What about Ellen Cromwell?
Ellen, where's my coat? I'd forgotten all about a note Uncle Ben gave me. I've been jilted.
How do you like that?
I love it.